this mid lane was easily won by the Tinker, who has the soul ring up already and is going to be quickly moving towards that boost of travel that is going to open up the game so much for his team. Dadef working on his level 6, which will also help his team to do a little bit better in this game.
Middle tower is under attack.
Quick sprint.
The haste rune picked up by the Treant Protector will be used to zone out that Spirit Breaker a little bit more. And this top lane is pretty controlled by the supports and the Templar, the Phantom Assassins rather. Lane equilibrium skills. So I'd like to take this moment to ask my co-caster how he's doing today. Oh, wait a second. My co-caster isn't here because he decided to go get food instead of getting into the lobby in the Dota 2 client. What a guy. So instead, I'll just have a conversation with myself. So how's your day today, sir? Oh, I've been doing pretty well. It is a Saturday morning and I am feeling great. That's good to hear. I'm really glad that you're feeling great. I really appreciate that you're feeling glad that I'm feeling great. I really appreciate that you're feeling glad that I feel great because I am glad that you feel great. I don't even know where that's going. Well, okay then. Let's take a look at our items. There are lots of boots and other things on everybody. Tranquil boots on Zambrella. Power treads on Bristleback. Meepo doesn't have anything. Oh, now he has power treads. Salsa has some power treads. And Tinker, he is working on the boost of travel. He is 1,000 gold away from those at the moment, and he is farming up those jungle camps. Just trying to get some more gold to give to the shopkeeper, who is the richest person in the world. Bristleback is 51 for 7. That is some pretty darn good last hitting, if I do say so myself. And in fact, I do. In that Radiant safe lane. I think I'm having a little bit too much fun with this. Right then. So Tinker picks up the bounty rune. And it's going to drop down a March of the Machines here. There was a charge coming in from the Spirit Breaker that gets cancelled as there are a bunch of rotations towards that middle lane. There is Bows running around. He has picked up an Orb of Venom, which would help him with those early ganks as we move towards the mid-game phase where people start rotating around the map. There is a charge coming out onto Zambrella and also rotation from the Skywrath Mage. Could be a bit of trouble for Zambrella, who has not gotten the level 6 yet. And I think this is going to be a dead Caw bird as the Phoenix goes down in that top lane. Just showing the power of this lineup as they can just drop every single thing right on top of that bird's head. And that is one dead bird.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Combat Wombat. Sitting in that mid lane, he's about 200 gold away from his boots of travel. The dire structures have been fortified as Bristleback is trying to kill some things in that bottom lane. But the Phoenix Phantom Assassin goes in on War Turtle Wilson and is in a spot of trouble here as the poof comes out from the Meepo and takes him down. So a bit of an overextension there for the Phantom Assassin as Combat Wombat finds some stacks in the jungle. He's going to take care of those with the Martial Machine. So good find by him, and I don't think that the Radiant are going to be extremely happy about that. Picks up a bounty rune as well as the boots of travel. That is a 10-minute boots of travel for him, and I have no idea how fast that is compared to other people because I don't have a co-caster right now and I can't check. We're just going to keep looking at the action for you here, and Combat Wombat is found out in that Radiant jungle by Ainsley Harriet, but no harm, no foul, and he will finish off that hard camp to take all of the gold. So with the boots of travel up, Combat Wombat is going to be showing his prowess with killing things in lanes, namely creeps. He's not very good at killing those creeps. And the Treant Protector picks up his Arcane Boots from the Secret Shop. He's going to be heading towards that mid lane. He has 3 levels in that Leech Seed and 2 levels in the Living Armor. Let's see if that works out for him. Jono reconnects to the game, and John Addo moves towards that bottom lane where the Bristleback is being charged by the Spirit Breaker. The Bristleback knows about it now, and the charge gets cancelled as there's a 4-man rotation to the bottom lane. Missing top is called out by the Phantom Assassin, who has a Perseverance to her name, and also a death, as she overextended quite a bit in that last fight. Misses a dagger onto that creep there, was a little bit late, and Tiger going to be placing down some wards here in the Radiant jungle. Some aggressive wards would really help them in this match, as their lineup is mainly global, so all you need is the Spirit Breaker charging in and a couple creeps in the nearby vicinity as Tinker picks up his Blink Dagger. He's about 1,300 gold there, so he will be 900 away from it as he farms up these creeps and pushes in the middle lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Vengeful Spirit stuns the Tinker. There's a TP in support, but there are also so many March of the Machines. War Turtle Wilson not having a great time, and he won't go down just yet as he narrowly escapes death there. He's going to run back as fast as he can back to the base.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Zambrella sitting in mid lane. Is he safe? Is he going to die soon? He takes the last hit on that creep. He misses one on that creep.
Tower is under attack.
And the Spirit Breaker is charging bot towards that Treant Protector, who does not have the Nature's Guise yet. So here comes the... Oh, just kidding. He doesn't have any help. Alright, so the help was not there for the Spirit Breaker, who could have gone a little bit more onto the Treant Protector, but decided not to. Probably a good choice considering the Living Armor was just used, and now Skywrath Mage picks up a pair of Arcane Boots. And the Treant Protector gets some Sentry Wards. They're going to be dewarding here. Unfortunately, this ward is going to be just missed by that Sentry Ward. And they do know that there are 2 wards there. Or at least they could if they were watching. So this Meepo, recovering a little bit from his terrible early game start, he's almost 2,000 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter, which gives him a little bit more damage output. And Bear Peas, still working on those Tranquil Boots. Combat Wombat TPs to the mid lane with the Boots of Travel, and he's about 400 gold away from that Blink Dagger. He's gonna farm up that mid lane a little bit, gets a little bit of gold, and if he comes even closer to that Blink Dagger, he's going to TP back to base, which he does a lot. Bear Peas. I'm gonna say that again. Bear Peas. Sitting in the woods here, just keeping an eye out for his dead-eff friend, who misses the last hit there. Quite unfortunate. Phantom Assassin getting watched here by a double damage Vengeful Spirit, the War Turtle Wilson, and there is some support in the form of a Phoenix, ready to come in if the Sir Wilson needs any help. Instead, they opt to hit some creeps, hit some catapults, and go on with their lives. War Turtle Wilson working on a Medallion of Courage. He's picked up the Plate Mail and the Sage's Mask already. And the Pipe of Insight was finished by the Bristleback, pointed out by Artius Frieza. One Radiant creep keeps on marching towards that top lane, and hopefully will get taken care of by John Addo on the Skywrath Mage, who misses that last hit. Oh, it was so close. He didn't even try for it. Anyway, the slow gets used. It will hit on the Treant Protector. And I'd like to point out that we have the classic Skywrath versus Vengeful Spirit match here. Match that could have been made in heaven, but wasn't. Alright. Everybody's left me.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Phantom Assassin has picked up her Battle Fury at the 16-minute mark and immediately goes to farm up a stack that was left to her in the jungle by her friends, the Dire. Charge in from the Spirit Breaker, and it will block the poof. Nice overgrowth by the Tree Protector, but the Spirit Breaker thing will do damage to the Meepo. Unfortunately, he goes down to the Phoenix Ball, and this Salsa is also going to die. The potency of that combo just shows its power there, as Bear Peas gets swapped back into the Sunray by the Phoenix, and he will die as well. So that's going to be a 3-for-1 in that mid lane. It's quite unfortunate, and we are back on my title screen because this OBS program is terrible. Yay. Hopefully I picked that up pretty quick. Right then. So, the Radiant mount an offensive on that middle lane.
Are fortified.
The March of the Machines will clear out some of those creeps. Those pesky little creeps. Found a rune picked up by Combat Wombat. And he's already got a vitality boost here. Interesting strategy there. Perhaps he just wants to be a little bit more tanky. But an interesting item to build on him would be that Rod of Aoi. Or Rod of Atos as it's better known. And we're back on my title screen. Oh my gosh. Stop that. Okay, I need to stop having that happen. This is quite infuriating. Right then, so... I'm sorry. Spirit Breaker doesn't really have that many items. Let's take a look at our items. Vengeful Spirit has Medallion of Courage. Medallion of Courage is a pretty good item in terms of armor reduction. And Zambrella has that mechanism to his name. She's still working on that Aghanim Scepter. He's about 100 gold away from that. And Combat Wombat doing pretty good, as is the rest of his team in terms of items, except for the Spirit Breaker, who didn't have the best start to the game. I'd like to talk a little bit about my friend President. As the Spirit Breaker goes on to bounce, get a lucky bash off the bat, and there is a Power Rangers rainbow of TPs as two of them get cancelled, but the Bristleback stays a little bit longer. Doesn't have a lot of mana from that TP. He does have a Void Stone to try to combat that. So in the end, it's a Treant Protector going down, right down to the Spirit Breaker as the Spirit is broken, and Spirit Breaker gets that kill. So in this mid lane, we're going to watch John Addo on the Skywrath Mage and Bear Peas on the Lion stare down these creeps. Nice last hit by John Addo. And, he's going to get another one here. Could have gotten a lot more if he had been paying a little bit more attention, but this is why he's not a carry player, because he is really bad at hitting creeps. So a John Addo and Bear Peas do a little tango in that mid lane, whereas the Radiant side, formed by the Meepo by G and War Turtle Wilson on the Vengeful Spirit, do a waltz. There are 4 Meepos here, as the Meepo has level 2 Divided We Stand as well as an Aghanim Scepter to his name. And he's going to take care of that hard camp with the poof very quick.